Hey, this is Fly Guy for TekSushi.com and also for DorkSideToys.com, giving you a look at the next of the Marvel Legends figures that we're reviewing. This is the Build-A-Figure All-Father Avengers range, and today we're looking at Thor. So we will give you a look at this in just a second. This is also one of the figures that has the Avengers Initiative logo on the box, where the others do not. Only Hawkeye so far has had this. There's the underneath of the box, nothing much to really tell you there. We do get some cool artwork on the side there. There's Thor in all his hammer time glory. And again, the Avengers Initiative logo. And again, the details are exactly the same on the side. On the back, we get a picture of Thor there and some text. And all of the other figures there we will be reviewing in this playlist, so you can check them out. We've reviewed quite a few others already. But at the very end of this, what we'll do is give you a review of the two options of the Build-A-Figures that you get. You get two options there. You can see one has a different head. There's also a different arm and a different cape. So basically you can either build King Thor or Odin. So you get two different options. So again, we'll review that and show you that at the end of these. So the part that comes in this figure for Odin or King Thor is one of the legs. And they're the same for either character that you want to do. And again, we'll review this at the end. So really just, I'm showing you a leg, basically. But cool looking nonetheless. Lots of weathering and detail on him. And he's definitely one you want to get. So you'll need extra parts and pieces to build up this character. So again, we'll show you that at the end. So Thor time. Okay, we've had quite a few Thors before. And I believe this one is one that was just out not that long ago. In pretty much just about every aspect. Slightly different helmet and facial sculpt, I believe, but other than that, it's pretty identical, I think, to the previous Thors that we've had before in both size and the kind of build and parts and pieces that have been used. So, weapons-wise, it comes with Mjolnir there, and there's no inscription or anything movie-like on this. This is obviously the comics here, but still I would have expected to see something. But no, nothing is inscripted upon this. It's just a hammer time hammer. There's nothing much going on, but beautiful weathering. It looks really, really good. They've definitely gone to town on the weathering of the weapons, which makes a really good part. And I do like the leather kind of straps there, and of course the little handle at the bottom down as well. Now, I found a little place for his sword back there. I think that's intended to go there. You do get quite a scoop on the back of his neck there. And if we look underneath the cape there, you'll see there's almost grooves in there, just allowing that sword to be there. So that's pretty much, doesn't show you in any imagery, but it fits pretty perfectly. So that's a good way if you want to store away that sword there. This is a cool looking sword, very smart indeed. So nice detail. I really do like this little weathering in the middle there. I never got the previous Thor, so my apologies if it's been repacked before, but I did not pick him up. But nice handle and detail on it. It's a weighty piece, very heavy indeed. And the rest of the figure. So let's just slowly get a look at the rest of Thor there. So the helmet is beautiful. It's very silver indeed. Very bright, shiny, with weathering on it too. Not quite as badly weathered as Mjolnir, but it's still beautifully done. You can see the little notches and grooves of the wings there. The studs come up beautifully because of the weathering yet again. And one grumpy-ass Thor underneath there. Now, non-removable helmet, obviously. I think you probably knew that, but you do get a good look at how deep the sculpt goes in there, that they've glued that down there. But it's a beautiful-looking facial sculpt. Really good. He's not a happy chappy at all. Nicely, nicely done. Love the buckles up at the top to hold on that cape. And again, they're also weathered, which just adds that nice touch. Little bits of silver there on the straps across his chest and the different details there. And his belt. And those very cool, we've seen them before, but these almost scale-like armor pieces that they've got going on there, black and silver on either side. It's beautifully, beautifully done, right down to the ankles. And again, some little silver touches there at the ankles too, and boot straps and whatnot. But he's an absolutely solid figure, huge size, a standard 6-inch figure. There's just Ultron there, just to give you a rough idea. So he's a little bit smaller than Ultron. So sorry, Ultron's a little bit smaller than Thor, so it's about 7 inches tall for this guy. That's pretty much it. Underneath the cape at the back, not much else going on. It's pretty standard stuff. And not much else to really report. The cape's absolutely solid as well. Beautifully done. There is weathering done on the cape as well. Paint to just accentuate the different folds and cuts that he's got in that, so it's beautifully done. Very nice stylized mold, the way they've cut that out there, so it's beautifully done. It's a long time since I've seen Hasbro weather a cape, but they've done a good job on this, very much so. It's a good figure if you don't have him from previous incarnations. He is limited incredibly in head articulation because of his big locks and the back of the mane of hair that he's got on this kind of, I don't know, you would call that basically a neck scarf or something, or a back of your neck scarf, something that's going on there. But it's limited in terms of the movement you can get. You will get a little bit forward, but there's really not much going on there. So you can see the joints, so you can understand there's no movement or ball joint there to, well, there's a ball joint, but there's no swivel to get that head moving back and forth. So you're kind of limited by what movement you can get. In terms of other articulation, you can see the joins up at the tops of his shoulders there, the ball joint with the peg. You've also got swivel arms there as well, swivel biceps I should say. Single joints at the elbows, not double joints. And we've got a swivel wrist as well as that back and forth wrist action. If we can just bend it, it's an absolutely solid figure. Gives you nice poses and nice movement there. So very well done on that by Hasbro. Nice little touches of silver going on there too. I think that was me, I just scraped that character's black off there, but anyway, we'll worry about that after. So we also get a swivel waist, and you get this movement back and forth. So there's a fair amount of movement that you can move Thor back and forth, limited of course by the armor there and the little pieces in front of him, but again completely swivel, so plenty of movement. He does have, instead of those pegs, it's a ball joint with a swivel joint up at the top. There's no extra thigh movement up at the top, so there's nothing going on there. You do get, is this single or double? It's double, you believe it or not, but it's just a weird way with that knee plate there, but there is a double joint going on in there for those knees. And you've got rocking ankles down at the bottom, so there's plenty of movement going on there. If we could move that around, I'll show you a little better. There you go. And of course, peg holes. So Thor is packing it. Tons and tons of stuff going on. So good looking figure. But I'd love to know your thoughts. What do you think of this figure? You bought the previous one. Do you want this one? Again, leave a comment. I'd love to know your thoughts. What do you think about the Build-A-Figure parts and pieces? Please do leave a comment below. And if you're brand new to both Dorkside Toys and TekSushi, then please do subscribe, and we will, or like it, or thumbs up, whatever you want to do. And we will have lots of other cool reviews coming up for you soon, including the rest of these Marvel Legends. That's it for now.